Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down the top 10 NFL players of 2025. The absolute elite athletes who dominated the gridiron and proved why they're at the very top of American football. These are the players who defined the 2024 season and are already shaping the future of the sport in 2025. Some names you'll expect, and a few might surprise you, but one thing is for sure. Every player on this list has earned their place among the best. So let's dive right in. Starting off our countdown, we've got a lockdown corner who's changing what defense looks like in the NFL. Patrick Surtain II of the Denver Broncos has become one of the toughest players for any quarterback to challenge. He doesn't just cover receivers, he erases them. In 2024, Surtain allowed some of the lowest completion percentages in the league, often shadowing #1 receivers and completely taking them out of the game plan. His football IQ and discipline are off the charts, and even though he's still young, his technique feels veteran level. Opposing coaches already plan entire offenses to avoid his side of the field. As the Broncos continue to rebuild their defense around him, Surtain is proving that cornerbacks can still be game changers in an era dominated by offense. Moving on, number 9 goes to one of the smoothest wide receivers in the NFL, Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings. Jefferson has already built a reputation for highlight reel catches and crisp route running that leaves defenders helpless. Even when facing double coverage, he finds ways to make impossible grabs look effortless. In 2024, despite missing some time due to injury, he still ranked among the top receivers in yards per game. What makes Jefferson special is his balance between flash and fundamentals. He can torch you deep or pick you apart underneath. As the Vikings continue to tweak their offense, Jefferson remains the heart of their passing game and a nightmare for defensive coordinators. If he stays healthy, there's no question he could challenge for the #1 receiver spot in the league by the end of 2025. At number 8, we have a monster on the defensive line, Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Few players impact a game like Garrett does. Every snap, he forces quarterbacks to move faster, make mistakes, or hit the turf. His strength, agility, and technique combine to create the perfect pass rusher, and his ability to wreck an offensive game plan is unmatched. Garrett's 2024 campaign once again put him near the top of the sack leaderboard. But beyond stats, it's his leadership and consistency that stand out. When Garrett lines up, the offense knows what's coming, but they still can't stop it. In 2025, as Cleveland continues to chase playoff success, Garrett remains the cornerstone of that defense and one of the most feared defenders in the league. Coming in next is a player who simply refuses to slow down, Derrick Henry, now with the Baltimore Ravens. Even after years in the league, Henry continues to defy expectations and defenses. He's the kind of running back who punishes defenders physically, breaking tackles, dragging linemen, and sprinting past safeties who underestimate his speed. In 2024, he showed no signs of decline, posting yet another 1,000-yard season. Now paired with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, he's in a system that lets him thrive in open space and complement one of the most dynamic offenses in football. Henry's work ethic, combined with his unmatched power, keeps him among the top offensive weapons in the NFL. As he enters 2025, fans are eager to see if he can keep rewriting the definition of longevity for running backs. Next up, number 6 belongs to Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals. Burrow has become the modern prototype of what an NFL quarterback should be. Cool under pressure, accurate, smart, and clutch when it counts. Even when facing tough defenses or playing through pain, he finds ways to deliver. His connection with Ja'Marr Chase is electric, and his leadership has completely transformed Cincinnati into a perennial contender. Burrow's biggest strength isn't just his arm, it's his composure. He reads defenses like a veteran and makes precise throws even in collapsing pockets. In 2025, as the Bengals look to make another deep playoff run, all eyes are on Burrow to take that next step toward a championship. With his talent and mindset, that goal feels closer than ever. Cracking into the top 5, we can't talk about the NFL's best without mentioning Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes is already a living legend. 2-time MVP, multiple Super Bowls, and countless jaw-dropping plays that only he can make. What sets Mahomes apart is his creativity. He makes throws that defy logic, turns broken plays into touchdowns, and constantly redefines what's possible at quarterback. Even as defenses around the league evolve specifically to stop him, he continues to find new ways to win. In 2024, Mahomes once again carried the Chiefs deep into the postseason, proving that no matter how much the roster changes, he's the ultimate difference maker. In 2025, expect more of the same magic. The no-look passes, the off-balance throws, and the unshakable confidence that's made him the face of the NFL. At number 4, another Bengals superstar, Ja'Marr Chase. Chase is the definition of explosive. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to take it all the way. His combination of speed, strength, and footwork makes him nearly impossible to cover one-on-one. What's truly special about Chase is how he performs under pressure. In critical moments, he steps up. Third downs, red zone plays, playoff games. He always seems to find the end zone when it matters most. With Burrow throwing him the ball, their chemistry is unmatched, and together they've become one of the most dangerous duos in football. Chase continues to improve year after year, and in 2025, he looks poised to cement himself as not just a top receiver, but one of the best players in the entire league. Now we move to the top 3, starting with a powerhouse of a quarterback, Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Allen is one of the most physically gifted players in the NFL, combining a cannon of an arm with the athleticism of a running back. He can throw 70 yards off his back foot or bulldoze a linebacker for a first down. But Allen's greatness goes beyond athletic ability. It's his leadership and intensity that drive the Bills' success. Every time he steps on the field, he brings energy that lifts the entire team. In 2024, he once again delivered elite numbers and kept Buffalo in the mix for the Super Bowl. Heading into 2025, the pressure is on for Allen to finally bring that Lombardi trophy home to Buffalo. With his skill set and determination, that dream might not be far away. Taking the number 2 spot is one of the most electrifying players in football, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar isn't just a quarterback. He's a game changer. His speed, agility, and creativity make him a nightmare for defenses. But what makes 2025 special is how much he's improved as a passer. He's no longer just relying on his legs. He's dissecting defenses through the air with accuracy and poise. Paired with Derrick Henry in the backfield, Baltimore's offense has become unpredictable and nearly unstoppable. Lamar's ability to extend plays, find receivers downfield, or take off running when everything breaks down is what keeps defensive coordinators awake at night. In 2024, he put up MVP-caliber numbers again, and in 2025 he looks ready to reclaim that title and possibly bring Baltimore back to the Super Bowl. And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list, the man everyone's talking about, Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles. Barkley's 2024 season was nothing short of legendary. After joining the Eagles, he not only rejuvenated his career but led the team all the way to a Super Bowl victory. His combination of power, vision, and burst makes him a complete back, but what truly separates him from others is his versatility. He's not just a runner, he's a receiver, a blocker, and the emotional heartbeat of his team. Barkley racked up over 2,000 all-purpose yards and was voted the NFL's top player by his peers, an honor that speaks volumes about the respect he commands across the league. In 2025, Barkley is setting the new standard for what an all-around offensive weapon looks like. If he can stay healthy, there's no limit to how much higher he can climb in football history. And that wraps up our list of the top 10 NFL players of 25, from elite quarterbacks and unstoppable receivers to game-breaking running backs and dominant defenders. These athletes represent the best of the best in today's NFL. They're the ones setting records, leading their teams and inspiring millions of fans around the world. So, who's your pick for the best player in 2025? Do you agree with Saquon Barkley at number 1, or would you swap someone else into the top spot? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your rankings. If you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another deep dive into the NFL world. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes on the field, because football greatness never stops evolving.